Hello, I'm FPX Toycat, and welcome back to an episode of the Minecraft Bedrock Update Adventures Let's Play. Today, I come back to you with another urgent PSA. That's right, here's an important thing for your long-term survival world you need to know, and it's not that glowberries look a lot prettier when they're bone milled, so they actually have glowberries on. No, it's not that. Instead, it's about right now in Minecraft is the worst time to explore your world. I don't mean because 1.18 is coming out soon and you'll get new mountains and new caves. That's a great reason to as well, but specifically 1.17.0 is such a terrible update because every single world you explore will have about every single chunk you explore will have about 1/3 as many diamonds in if you explore it now versus later. So what I implore you to do is just don't load up any new chunks. Wait for that update to come out. I've heard maybe tomorrow. I've heard, it could be even later today. But we thought they were going to do it as an emergency update. They clearly decided not to in the end. And so in today's video, I'm going to be staying in my old chunks, but doing some new things anyway. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like all fun things, it starts in bed and then immediately gets you out of bed a few seconds later to start actually working on something, and something I wanted to do that I feel like would actually be functional, but also be kind of an important expression of something right now, because I've had a particularly bad last week. I don't know, like it's been a very, very intensive time for what like has been needed from me, and I've been not doing a very good job at doing all of that stuff, so apologies to anyone who has noticed the missed uploads and this and that. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to use this little cave that otherwise goes nowhere, right? And I wanted to use it to be a little expression of my feelings right now, to help remind me for the future. I feel like Minecraft is one of the cool things about Minecraft is like you can load it up at pretty much any time, and like I've said before, it's always going to be there for you. It's a very chill game, and although most, when you watch most videos, they're like, so what I'm going to do today is just do something that takes like, basically no effort. I'm just going to, spend 4 hours working on this nice little castle. That's great. Everyone loves to, to see those end results too. But also like sometimes you just want to go into Minecraft, you want to mine some coal for some reason. I don't even know why I'm so addicted. I always have to mine coal, because when you got a fortune pickaxe, seriously, 1 vein of coal becomes 62. It's fun. But yeah, basically something about actually playing Minecraft is it's much more about the small things. It's not about setting the 50-hour project goals, although those are fun to have too. But sometimes it's just like, I would like a thing, let's manifest it in the real world. That's the real power that Minecraft can offer you sometimes, at least. That's the power I feel like Minecraft can offer me sometimes. And today, I wanted to share that with all of you, because this is the hardest Let's Play for me to have had to record in a while. Like, not only because time-wise it's going to fit in a very awkward time in my... I don't know, my week doesn't have a lot of spare time in it, kind of deliberately. I feel like one of the best things you can do when you're having... when you're feeling bad internally is like to try and schedule as much of your time as you can away from that, Like try to get things done, because things that exist in the real world, they'll remind you and they'll ground you and stuff. And the other thing about this that's interesting, by the way, again, it's so wacky. This is iron ore from so many updates ago, and I'm just here mining it like, yeah, it exists, I guess. There's something so cool to me about mining ores that generated years and years ago, and that's why you need to worry about your diamond chunks right now, because if you generate with low diamonds now, you'll forget which chunks have the terrible diamond ore generation, you'll forget which chunks have very few deep slate diamonds and all that terrible stuff, and eventually you'll try to go mining in there and you'll just find fewer of them. Is it that big of a deal? If you have hundreds of diamonds like me, probably not the biggest of deals in the world. I mean, I really do want to mine some copper, so maybe I should just do that, get out of the way. But, just ignore the diamond spawn rate. But I also think that, like doing things when it is best to do them is cool. Seeing the historical ramifications of things from the past helps remind you why you should do things in the future. At least it does for me. And so, yeah, that's why I'm making this little hole right here, because this is going to be an endless pit. It's going to be a very big pit. I guess endless is the wrong word. It can only go down to, y-64 right now, because... sorry, not minus 64. Y 0. It can only go down 64 blocks, and that's a pretty low thing. But anyway, yeah, this is one of the harder Let's Plays for me to record, but I think it's so important that I do it anyway. And it's funny, because on the internet, I feel like you only get two types of person. You get the type of person who's like, oh, that's cool, take some time for yourself. I totally understand. Toycat. You get people like that, and that's very nice types of people too. But then you know, like they're like, yeah, we totally understand, and they say that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, well, you'll also, you know, statistically, in some large number, you know, forget. People do forget about YouTubers after a surprisingly short amount of time. A week on the internet is several decades in the real world. It's it's crazy how that works. And the other end of it is also like, well, people who are like, nah, this is your job, you got to do it. And I kind of like, I don't fully agree with either of them, but I kind of do lean towards that, right? Like, should I be able to demand I get all the benefits of working my job while also not doing it? No, of course you shouldn't. Life is all about trade-off. I think having obligation to people is one of the things that can help you out the most in a bad time too. I feel like having people that you owe something to, I don't know what the something needs to be necessarily, but like having, so 27 would be 3 slime blocks, we need 36 for 4 slime blocks to kind of finish that little thing down there. I think having some amount of obligation, some amount of caring, whatever you want to call it, towards people that exist around you is a good thing. I think that, oh yeah, heck yeah, here's some kelp. I guess we'll just take all of the kelp, actually. Who's to stop me, am I right? But it's really, really interesting that, oh, I've got too many buckets. Let's fill one of these buckets up, and let's do it. I think it's interesting to have obligation to people because, you know, it's one of the things that can make you feel normal in a time where otherwise things aren't. And again, I'm sorry if I'm doing this thing where I'm just like vaguely talking about something being wrong without expressing it. It's now's not the time to share that. I appreciate your concern. It's all good. It's gonna be all good in the future. That's not what the point of this video is. The point of the video is more again, I feel like I get sometimes a lot of use. I feel a lot of value out of trying to help some people, you know, like do something for someone. I was having this like terrible day recently. I'm sorry, you know. Again, I really hate to even talk about this stuff because I feel like you're putting it into other people's lives and their mouths. There it is, without them asking for it. But I was having a terrible day last week, and a guy, he asked me like, I was watching a video on my phone. I was the one person actively watching a video on their phone. He came up to me, which is like kind of a weird thing to do. But so this last week, a guy came up to me on the subway, and it was actually, if you're curious, it wasn't quite the subway, but I'll just leave it at that for now. So anyway, a guy comes up to me on the subway, and he's like, he just shows me his email, and he's like, how do I get to there? And it was the Singapore embassy, or consulate general, I guess it would be, because it's New York. But he showed me like, oh yeah, the Singapore consulate general. Like, how do I get there? And there was something kind of cool to me because it said it was near Times Square. I don't know why the Singapore consulate general is near Times Square. Let's leave that to the side for now and just say it was cool to me that he asked for help. He would have asked anyone, I'm sure. But like the fact that like I know I'm like one of the few people who like understands trains and like transfers and all the questions and queries and like being able to like use my specific skill set, I guess, would be the way you would dramatically put it, to help someone else out. Something about that felt pretty cool. Something about like that really did help me out. All I did was help someone get to where they needed to go. They're like, so I changed trains here, and I'm like, yeah, well, you technically have to leave the barriers and then into some new barriers here. And he was like, oh, okay, thank you so much for the help. And like again, such a small interaction. I'm sure he entirely forgot anything about me after that was done, and probably that's fine too, right? But just also wait, what the heck? I thought this is where the slime blocks went, but apparently not. Also, it's so easy to break slime blocks. I should have known about that, but my god, I punched them and they just immediately, like I had haste on or something. It's like I have an efficiency 5 fist, it feels like. Anyway, so the guy, I helped the guy out, and just that little thing of helping someone felt real good. It got me through a lot of that day. And I think it's a interesting reminder about how we work as people. Sometimes, like you have to focus purely on you. But sometimes doing your best for other people is also important. I think doing the best thing for the people around you can really help you out in a surprising way. I used to think people just did it because it was like, what like the easiest thing to do was. Like, oh yeah, people say that you should do this, and so I'm just gonna go along with what people say because it's easier than not, right? But I actually realized maybe I'm realizing this too late, but like actually like having an obligation towards someone, having a, you know, like being, again, this thing right here, every single Monday, regardless of what the thing is, I try to have a Let's Play episode. If it can't be on Monday, it's out on Tuesday, something like that, right? Okay, so I want to have like here be a little kelp elevator up. So I'm just going to confirm there's nothing in the way there that would stop me from doing that. And then I'm going to make it. It's going to be good. I guess I could do it on this side as well. No, we'll do it on this side. I think that makes more sense. Actually, we'll look on the surface, see where... yeah, I'm going to say here makes more sense, truth be told. So we're just going to dig down straight from here and make myself a little kelp ladder thing. Not even ladder, I don't think is the word. Elevator, I guess, might be the right one. But yeah, so I think that helping people out and doing like having an obligation towards people is a reminder that you're like important, that you're useful, that you exist, that you okay, is this actually enough? I always know that it's enough, but it feels weird that it is. Like one block and then you can put kelp on that? For real? That's how it works. Yes, that's how it works. But anyway, yeah, I think having obligation people around you is something that helps me. And I also think that like that's why like this Let's Play is, you know, I say it's for the viewers, and in a lot of ways it is, but it's also this like series where we have this like once a week reminder, like, hey, you know what? This is a place, you know, it's like a check-in. It's like, how's it going? Here's how I've been doing in the past week. Some weeks I'm going great. I hope next week I'm doing great. You know, if it's not right now, it can be in the future. But just like having a little regularity, oh, we went too low. Having a little regularity in the world. Okay, so I need to surround this with stone. I guess I need to surround it all with stone because of the whole, you know, it goes zoomy everywhere. So, is there a better way to do that, actually? I don't think there is. I think we do just have to let it flow everywhere. Or we could use, like, slabs or something. Trapdoors, maybe, is what I'm thinking. To stop it. Yeah, when it becomes a source, it becomes very annoying. You know, you know what we're going to do is we're just going to place blocks between us and it. We're going to use half slabs, so we can actually see it the whole time. And it'll look a little bit cooler, I think. But if we don't have half slabs, it'll just start flowing everywhere. And so, yeah, I also want to make this cave jingly jangly, because I love the good noises it makes. You know, you might have noticed me clearing it. This is the reason. Because doesn't this bring joy to your life? Yeah, I think bringing some joy to the world is important. But bring some joy to yourself is as well. And this is where, like, so many, like, you know, like, advice about all things tends to, like, fall into, like, two categories. Like, help other people and help yourself, right? And it's, like, on those, like, contradictory aims. And I feel like, I've always felt like humans are a selfish animal. I don't like that we are. I wish that we weren't. And every now and then you meet someone who's not. You know, it feels like they're not. That's who you want, really, in life, in a way. But, I'm gonna keep on harvesting these glowberries and getting some more of this going, by the way. I like this. We're growing the glowberries all the way. Anyway, I've always felt like humans are a little bit selfish and that we do nice things because they make us feel nice. We do good things because they make us feel good. We make Let's Plays because they make other people feel like they're playing Minecraft and they can go to sleep and listen to them. And maybe, you know, like through the course of me learning something in my week, you learn something in your week. I don't know for sure if that's how that works. Well, I like to believe that it is, if nothing else. Okay, now we're going to make a ton of slabs with my stone cutter. I kind of like new stone slabs more than the old stone slabs. Mostly because... Also, did you hear that? Was that thunder? What was that noise? You know, I'm probably imagining it. There was no noise. But yeah, I think... Okay, so I want to take every block around here and half slab it up. Half slab there. Half slab there, half slab there. Actually, as many places as I can, I want to make it like this. And that way there's a 1 block gap in between them, and I should be able to swim out of it. I don't know if that's how that does work, but it sounds correct, and so I'm gonna stick with it anyway. And yeah, I think that like helping people is a surprisingly useful thing on an individual level. A lot more useful than you would assume it is, based on the way we treat it sometimes. And yeah, I think a way to find. I think that the only questions are like, how do you help certain people? And the answer is it's real hard in a lot of cases. The answer is a lot of times, a lot of, I don't know, one crazy example is like, sometimes like people trying too hard to help can be like, oh God, I'm utilizing this person and it's very distressing to me. Like, you shouldn't, please don't give me any help. That's not what I need or want right now, There's something interesting about that you can feel. Maybe just me. Maybe I'm awkward and British, and someone trying to help is actually sometimes a terrifying thing. I don't know, but I have a related confession because something that always happens whenever I talk about something like not being great is like people are like, oh yeah, this is cool for attention. Please, can I here you go, Mr. Cat. Here is that attention you asked for. Hope it hits the spot. And it's interesting because I have to be very, very careful about this water, by the way, because it's so close to the sugarcane farm. So I'm going to make sure I do that. Every single step of the way, we need to be, like, quadruple sure about what we're doing. But anyway, so I think it's a really interesting one that we... especially when I was a teenager, like, if I was telling something bad, it probably was like, hey... Yeah, I'm telling you, just like having someone to talk to about things feels like it would have been really handy. And a lot of different pivotal sad points in my life. But I think what feels worse than that is like this like feeling of betrayal. Actually, wait, sorry, one sec. First of all, I think that like it's really interesting that having someone to talk to is genuinely very useful. Is that 2 half slabs or is that? No, that's not 2 half slabs. So we'll make it. Actually, yeah, let's always make it 2 half slabs if we can, because I think that way we can have the same number of blocks gap, but like in a much more fun fashion. So whenever we see a 1 block wide gap, we'll make it a 2 block wide gap, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think it's I guess water can't be destroyed by ladders anyway, so we probably should have been thinking about that the whole time. So now we just make this up to there, and this up to there. And this up to there. And how are we going to get into this? That's a good question I haven't thought about fully yet. I guess a trapdoor or something? Yeah, I guess it has to be like a physical doorway lock. Yeah, I'll make a nice little door here. And then I'll have a little slab up there. Perfect. This is going to be how it goes. Now we do one quick swim up, try not to die, and see if it's great. But yeah, oh god, oh lord, what is happening? I accidentally pressed the D-pad, it looks like. So let's get our oxygen back. Let's go for a breather and try again. I have a confession to make. I think I used to like the idea of having a platform on the internet because it meant that I'd be able to like... Let's see if I can... You can in fact swim out of that. That is a really cool thing. It's not what I needed to do. I shouldn't have done it. I did something impulsive. It was terrible and I regret it. But this, I used to think like the internet would be so cool, like having an online platform. Like the big thing for me would be like, what'd be cool is like if I was feeling like sad about something, I could just share it with the internet and like people would care. And like I felt so much guilt about that as a statement. Like even saying it right now, I'm like, I don't know if cringe is overused as a word on the internet, but like actively like in pain about myself thinking about that. But for whether you think it is or not. But because the interesting thing about like sharing things is like sharing things matters, I think, especially when it hurts, right? But the thing about share it, when it's like a close vulnerability. But I remember once I shared something like I was feeling like really bad. I was maybe being dramatic about it, like yeah. Like when I was a teenager, I wasn't that sure I wanted to live. And what this person did is I don't even know who the person was because like it was like maybe one of 2 or 3 people in my life that I trusted with like something. They sent the messages to the school and to like try and get me in trouble, I guess. And then I had to go through like weeks and weeks and it was a very long time worth of like school mandated like counseling because they're worried I don't know, I was going to do a school shooting or something, but not actually because it's the UK. I guess a school stabbing would be the equivalent. But I was like, this is cool. You trust someone and then oh man, a door. I knew I needed a door. Can I make a copper door? Can I make a stone door? Can I make a bone meal door? I can't make any of those into doors. You know, the whole point of this is to get up, but let's do it. Let's go up. Let's grab a door. I'm sorry for all the ups and downs of this episode. Maybe it's an analogy, a metaphor for my life. Maybe the non-cut nature of all the mistakes is a metaphor for how I got into this week. Who knows for sure? Maybe I'm just lazy. You'll never know which one it truly is. But yeah, it's been a really interesting week. It's been very strange to me, and I feel like the reason I make this Let's Play is partly because I think people wait for it every week and I don't want to disappoint people, but also there's a little bit in there of like, I'm gonna grab an iron door, but I'm gonna just leave it open or closed or whatever the state of being is that makes it work well. Which means we're gonna need like a redstone torch, maybe. You know, we'll make a lever with cobblestone or a button or something. Yeah, I don't want to use a button. A push plate, you know, push plate works. Let's do this. So let's go test my little jingly jangly, and then let's go test this on the way back up. Because oh yeah, oh that's good, isn't it? Yeah, that is good. Trick question. You're not meant to answer. So if I fill in all the bits of the cave that don't have this on, then I'll make it look like it's not meant to go there anyway. And there we go, problem solved. I have put this all back, I guess, for now. And this is my little jingle jangle cave. It needs some more glowberries, honestly. Yeah, let's put some glowberries in the jingle jangle cave. That's an important step in this process. But anyway, so I wanted to make a Let's Play, partly out of obligation to you, internet, and partly out of obligation to myself. You know, I would feel worse should I not do something. But also, I think there's another interesting thing in there of like, I think Minecraft is a good game for when everything in life feels out of control. And that's why I wanted to make something, you know, as bad or as good at representing the feeling as whatever this is going to be is. Because I wanted to make something that like, okay, I need to light up these glowberries. There's no point in having glowberries about anything else. I think, oh yeah, these are, honestly, why am I using torches when I have glowberries? This is the light source for me. So we're gonna remove this torch. I probably should hide all my torches behind like slabs or something. That'd be smart. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead. Let's like place down a torch and hide our torches away and only have glowberries as the visible light. I think that's a good little thing we're doing here. But yeah, so let's test this works. If it doesn't, I lose 44 levels. So boingo. Pro tip: press A if you want to stop a jump. And then we run over to here. We fill in the gaps that are, oh god, so nerve-wracking. You know, every time I upload the Let's Play, I want to believe it gets a little bit better as a world. I don't know that it does, but I want to believe that it does. And then we go over here, and we place our little iron door. I guess we place it facing this way, right? But then we need a button. Whereas if we place it facing this way, then it stays open and stops this from happening. And then we place all of the kelp. And there we go, it can't get up because there's all this stuff here. And then we remove all the kelp. We've got all the water sources. And we go grab some soul soil. Boom, easy stuff. But yeah, I feel like having something that sticks you in a place every week. Oh god, okay, that went badly. Should I just get out of here, actually? Yeah, that seems smart. Let's get out of here first, and let's fix problems later. But also, yeah, Minecraft is a game that's, like, always there for you in downtimes. I mentioned it before, but, like, you know, who can really take the word of a Minecraft YouTuber for real, am I right? Oh, no, okay, the thing I didn't want to happen explicitly did happen. That's going to cause me some very big issues later. And it's interesting because I always want to prove it in some way. But like it's hard to like show and say, you know? Like when are you really gonna show how just logging into Minecraft and doing something on the most down of days where all you want to do is precisely nothing? You know, like it's hard to show because things on the internet need to be interesting. There's no virality to this video. I'm sorry to tell you about it. because it's not like it's not a grand, funny. It doesn't whack it out the park. But what I hope it does do, as I go to sleep, what I hope it does do is serve as a reminder that, like, you know, this having some stability, some source of, even if it feels like obligation, like, you know, I'm mining a lot of stone for this. I'm gonna have to do some chest sorting to put my stone away, and you know, ultimately, you could argue, like, what's even the point of this in the end? And the point of this, if you will, do I only saw sand lying around? I feel like I keep saw sand in this chest. I do. I don't know why I keep saw sand in this chest. I have a very random set of items that I keep around here. But you know what? Today, it did save me, so I can't criticize it too much. But, yeah, the point of this thing that you're watching here today, the thing that I made here today, is as a fun reminder that I hope I can use my future self. And because every time I'm feeling as bad as I can feel, and I'm sure